Good morning and welcome to my daily Viva Voce practice. After having suffered a long period of vocal trauma and dysphagia regarding my vocal cords, I am on day 9, I believe, of my Bell's palsy treatment, and I don't know whether the inflammation has reduced or gotten worse. I can't tell the difference, but I'm feeling numb in my head, so hopefully the chronic pain will subside. I'm doing my peer recovery support, and now I'm just doing a quick sesh on victim cyclical trauma and the signs I was being taught to identify from at ITWRAP, the Owatan Healing Lodge, and the domestic violence outreach worker there. So I'm just providing information just so people are aware of this phase of leaving abuse. Okay, so you can have a visual. Okay, the middle nucleus is the denial. Okay, it goes around in a circle. Explosion, honeymoon, tension. Okay, the batterer, hit, choke, humiliate, imprisonment, rape. Okay, all the negative, worst Jeffrey Dahmer, Freddy Krueger horror stories possible. The batterer says, "I'm sorry," begs forgiveness, promise counseling, goes to AA, sends flowers, cries. The batterer, moody, nitpicky, withdraws affection, put-downs, yelling, alcohol abuse, threatens, destroys property, sullen, criticizing. The victim's response, protects herself, calls the police, tries to calm him, tries to reason, leaves, fights back. Victim's response, attempts to calm him, silent or talkative, remains away from family or friends, keeps kids quiet, agrees readily, withdraws, tries to reason, general feeling of walking on eggshells, or in other words, avoiding. Victim's response, agrees to return or take him back, attempts to stop legal proceedings, sets up counseling appointments for him, feels happy and hopeful. Now, this is very confusing. It's muddling, it's annoying, it's frustrating, it's psychologically damaging, and this is complex enough to be addressed just by adults. So when sheltering minors from this process, it's important the parents or the adults involved have their own private time to handle, grieve, cry over the loss, and actually have an active role of disrupting or cutting the tethers, dissolving, annulling, and literally getting rid of the abusive cycles. Now, I know reward systems were set up to make humans submissive and able to work in teams, which is fine. Teamwork serves a certain role, such as schools, daycares, resources. It's no good during entrepreneurship, because entrepreneurship requires individualism, creativity, and the ability to fully release all of the unique personalities of the particular person. I've stopped saying don't use minors as weapons or resorts or pawns, because I seem to be getting exactly what I'm saying don't do. Working on myself is sufficient enough. I own myself, I own my cell, I own my computer, I own my clothes, I own my body. And I have the right to say no when I am suspicious of what is being asked of me. I have the right to say no when I am being forced into situations which goes against my civil rights as a Canadian civil adult who served in the cadets. I'm monogamous, and the Canadian law is monogamous. Infidelity is a crime against humanity. I understand that people like to experiment. It's fine. I'm no longer interested in entertaining the idea that you can be with multiple partners and not have hurt feelings and not result in disastrous divorce. It's as simple as it. Stalking and harassment has no place and no role. I've become more direct and blunt about what people should be doing, and but also I don't feel like telling anybody to do anything if they don't feel like changing. I'm just working on myself. I'm role modeling. I've been integrated and reinforced into the public system of agencies and interventions, so I need time to process the information, being inundated with ridiculous amounts of information first thing in the morning, and I haven't had my coffee yet, I haven't had my medication yet, I haven't had any food yet, and I was having a really nice dream, and then all of a sudden I woke up to an alarm that school's starting next week and I have assignments due, and my lawyer needs to book an appointment, and I have the day off, but I forgot my bus pass, and I'm supposed to come to the campus and to do this and that. Remember, our brains are more delicate than computers. Input simple information, output simple instructions. No feelings, no emotions. And if you aren't able to separate or detach yourself from the feelings or emotions, I recommend taking care of the animal part of you first, such as your chemical needs, your physical needs, your emotional needs, psychological needs, and then get cracking on your to-do list. And one more thing I would like to read about the cycles of abuse, and the more adamant and firm the partner is about leaving the abuse and having zero tolerance, the more violent and the more dangerous the behaviors become, because the other person has been addicted to abusing this person. So, example, I'm the mule, I'm the scapegoat, I'm the person who's being abused, I'm the ATM machine, I'm the shopper, I'm the cooker, I'm the chef, I'm the cuddler, I'm the hugger, I'm the teacher, I'm the everything. And when I say enough is enough, I'm walking away, I'm leaving this situation because you're stalking me, you're harassing me, you're stealing my time, you're stealing my energy, you're encroaching on my air, and we have differences of opinion. And I had to be so blunt as to actually send you a text to say you were dumped. Get out of my space. It's unfortunate we are living under the same roof, but we don't have anything in common. I don't know you. You are a stranger. Then this is the result. Using institutions, threatening punishment with, by God, courts, police, school, juvenile detention, foster homes, relatives, psych wards. Isolation, controlling access to peers, adults, siblings, other parent, grandparents. I'm an orphan. I don't have anybody but the government and the systems I was integrated into. I don't run to mommy, daddy and say, oh, boo, boo, hoo. My fake boyfriend dumped me because he was sexually abusing me. Emotional abuse, put downs, name callings. Defamation of character and name callings is a lot more worse. Using children to get or give information to other parent, bad moles. Being inconsistent, shaming children. Economic abuse, withholding basic needs, using money to control behavior, squandering family money, withholding child support, using children as an economic bargaining chip, and divorce. I remember the day I was firm to my husband and I said, we are getting a divorce. He took me to an Italian restaurant and he whispered in my child's ear, and she walked over to me and she said, I'm giving you a kiss from daddy to you. And that was the start of the psychological warfare of using children. I've yet to have my needs as an adult and a mother who birthed these human beings addressed. You don't use the children of the divorce. Don't pawn off. Don't excuse. You don't have a job, you don't have money? Go find work. Nobody likes you? Oh well. You can be lonely. It's okay. I was an only child in the foster care system. I was the rejected, unwanted mistake. The oops. We were traveling. Threatening abandonment, suicide, physical harm, confinement, or harm to other loved ones. I'm an exempt victim. I was born into slavery. I was born into generations of trauma and abuse. I'm exempt by the Canadian government. I'm an orphan. And my name is Justina. Using adult privilege, treating children as servants. Everybody does chores. It's normal. You have a room, you vacuum your room, you make your bed, throw out the garbage, do the dishes. Simple chores. No one's a slave. Punishing, bossing, always winning, denying input in visitation and custody decisions. Now this is complex because I don't have custody, but I'm the mother and I'm the guardian, but strangers don't count. So when I am doing visitation, I don't do third-party agencies and I don't do snooping. So if I don't physically see my child, I don't recognize her face, it's a loss. I don't care what role you're playing in your imaginary mind of, oh, I'm this character from a movie, or I'm this character from a book. No, you are a real person. This is Justina. I don't do aliases, and aliases were revoked at the registry. It's identity theft. Intimidation, instilling fear through looks, actions, gestures, property destruction, using adult size, yelling, being violent to the other parent, pets. I surrendered 2 adopted cats to the shelter because they were just expensive, and I can just afford things for myself. My clothes, my food, my utilities, my rent, the tools I require for my business to do services, the certifications, the payment of school, the bus pass, everything counts. Don't be disillusioned to think you're free. These are all expenses and bills. And when you are getting paid for service, you have to be able to provide the service you said you were providing. And if you have limitations or boundaries, or you don't feel comfortable doing certain things, then say so up front. And no offense, the main language is English. So if you are gossiping or slandering names in other languages, it will be immediately dismissed and has no place in court. All right, well, I'm done this today. I have a whack load of certifications to do, and more grieving regarding my loss of being an orphan. Finally deciding to leave the most manipulative relation I've ever become involved in. And just moving on with school. And avoidance coping strategy is fine. It's fine. I'm Canadian, I'm English. I know my laws, I know my rights. I'll figure it out. Okay, I hope everyone's safe out there, and you can figure out your stuff. Have a good day.